everyone, and welcome to the Destiny Machinima podcast. I am your host, Raven, with the Zeon Remnants channel, creator of the Destiny Machinima Team Titan. And, wait, to my left, I have Digital Curse, creator of Fireteam Weasel. Underneath, I have Tempest Knight, creator of Rift and other stuff. And in today's podcast, we're going to be discussing creativity, motivation, and depression. Because I feel like people who are creative and do things like this always have some kind of issues. So I figured we would talk about it. And I feel like all of us have had like a down either month or like couple of months. So I figured what better place to talk about it than in front of hundreds of people who will watch this and maybe not make our mistakes that we make and actually, do something productive with their lives. So I have a question for everyone, and we'll go Digital, Tempest. Yeah. So, and I want any comments saying why is the black man underneath the two white guys? Because that's not how it's supposed to be. It's just coincidence. And in my defense, I'm part Hispanic, so I don't even count.
I don't even count.
Well, I'm a white guy now.
This one's English. He's English.
I'm Welsh, actually. Screw English.
No, they don't know the difference.
I'm British. Yeah. Same thing.
So, yeah. All right. So my first question for everyone is what gets you in the creative mood to write your machinima? And do you do something while you write your machinima? Do you listen to music? Do you watch something to get you inspired? Whatever the case is. So to be fair, we'll start with Tempest Knight.
Okay. Sorry. Oh.
Well, that's one inspiration right there.
I was just about to drink
that's
some water.
Inspiration. I'm sorry. So what I do to feel inspired to either write or body act or anything like that, it's just like it comes to me like in a weird place when I'm usually like in the shower. Like all my thoughts are like, okay, this will look cool if I do this, and I can write this.
What do I need to do to Rift? What do I do?
Like that was happening.
This person in the background, like, what the fuck are these?
You might want to skip me.
No.
Well, send for the man.
Wow.
All right. Well, disregard the last 3 minutes.
It's staying in. Fuck it.
All right. Okay.
That happened on the last podcast too when we did this.
I think he's on a timer. I think he's on a timer. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not. I'm at
college. He's like, my podcast senses are tingling. He's watching. Okay. Anyway.
He's gonna bet next time.
What was I saying? Oh yeah.
Okay. So you're in the shower, thinking about Rift.
Creative juices are flowing, and I'm like, okay,
right.
This will look cool if I do this. Anything like that. So usually if I'm taking a shower, I get inspired. And so when I'm writing, there's always this one. I listen to the music that I would theme like is the theme song of the character I'm writing about. So like I just made a whole new series from the ashes. And so each of those characters has like a theme song. And so like if it's based around that character, I'll just play that over and over and over again while I'm writing it. So I use a piece of music and I select that music and it's supposed to go along with the scene. And what else was the last question? I forgot.
That was basically, and then like while you're writing, well, I mean, I guess you said, while you're writing, if you're writing for a character, you listen to a song that reminds you of that character, which is cool. It's something that I do something similarly. Fuck English. What about you, Did you do anything to get inspired, or while you're writing, do you do something while you're,
Yeah, basically, I learned this when I was in college, like a couple of years ago. Basically, if you want to get an idea, it's best to look at the internet, listen to music, and get like a mood board. Pretty much get like anything cool, like artwork. Like I looked at some cool Destiny artwork for Fireteam Weasel, and I kind of put them into the mood board. For example, when I was making Scully, that was like kind of a character. I always wanted like a skull character from the Halloween Festival of Lost thing, because that was the coolest like helmet, even though it was like no light at all.
Yeah.
But with like everyone else's characters, they kind of chose their own. So kind of inspirations from other people as well. Like, because basically like when it first came out, it was all based off the friends like who was voicing at the time. So obviously they kind of implemented like who they wanted to be. But sometimes I kind of like, okay, change that, I can change this, it looks much cooler. So I always go into like more what kind of works for the character. Like this shader might work for the character because of his personality and stuff. But but when it comes to stuff like inspiration wise, it's definitely from like films or anything music wise. Like I definitely like more the sci-fi stuff, so that's why I kind of went in Destiny anyway. But definitely other types of media like books as well. Even it doesn't have to be electronic, like just anything can help you get the inspiration you need.
I gotcha. It's funny that you guys say that, because like I kind of feel like the way I do stuff is like a combination of both of you, which is weird. So like if I'm writing like Team Titan, then I'll want to watch something or think of something that is like what I'm trying to write for. So like, and like Team Titan is kind of obviously inspired by Red versus Blue, so is Fireteam Weasel. So like if I'm having trouble with something, I'll watch like a blooper reel or something, or like if I'm writing for like Buck, then maybe I'll watch like a Caboose highlight reel on YouTube or something. And then like while I'm writing, after that, and then like in the process of writing something, I'll like listen to a song, like happy. Like if I'm writing for Buck, I'll listen to like J-pop or something fucking silly, and then and it's like the opposite. Like when I write for another script that I have called Demon Seed, which is something that I don't feature on my channel, but I will at some point because it's like a huge part of my life. But it's a very dark script. It's very dark fantasy. So like I'll watch like Berserk, or I'll watch like the equivalent of like Hellsing or something. And then like while I'm writing it, I'll listen to Susumu Hirasawa, which does the soundtrack for Berserk, and it's very like dark and like it's a very moody type of music, so to get me in the mood. So it's kind of like what you guys do, and then together. And then like if I'm drawing something for like Demon Seed or something, then like I'll get an idea and I'll like go on the internet and look up something that's like, oh yeah, that's what I was thinking of. Now I'm gonna kind of like use that and mess with it and make it how I want it. But but it's basically what I do. It's like a combination of both of you guys, which I think is kind of interesting.
I definitely looked into like Red vs. Blue as well.
Well, yeah.
But, actually, I got like so many references to other stuff as well. Like it's always everywhere. The episodes like.
Well, it's just like I have like Red vs. Blue reference. And most people notice my Red vs. Blue references, but I have Star Wars references a lot in the show.
Yeah.
No one notices them. Like in episode 1, like Kenji gets upset because like he can't speak Russian that well to Rasputin, and then Kenji's like, I'm not fluent over 3 million forms of communication, which is like a joke on C-3POs. That's what he's like, fluent in over 6 million forms of communication, and and then we had like a bad feeling about this moment in episode 2, I think it was.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah, and we have a couple other things that we sneak in there. So a lot of the especially inspiration for characters for me is based off real people. Like I don't know if people probably. And I probably said this before, I don't know if I said this in the last podcast, but all the characters, for the most part, in Team Titan are based off real people that I know. And most of the people actually voice their own characters. So, like, Falcon is based off a real person, and he voices himself. And so I've always liked injecting reality into whatever I'm writing, even if it's completely silly like Team Titan. It's easier for the voice actors to do their job because they already act like that, and it's easier for me to write because then I can put a situation and then I'd be like, oh, this character is based off this person. Well, in reality, what would that person do? So like, and that's kind of like how I do things. But
Oh yeah, yeah. It's really interesting. Like obviously, you always talk about blooming Star Wars all the time, so it's always
Oh yeah.
I never get to notice like all those references in there because because it made the obscure ones that you probably find funny, but everyone's like knows all the major ones. Like
I've got
that's
a
pretty
bad feeling
cool.
about this. Yeah.
Yeah, everyone knows that one, but I didn't know about the C-3PO one.
Yeah, it was
Ah.
like one of the first things. Oh, it's just like in also in episode 1, it's a running thing now. Kenji does the glorious that thing.
Yeah,
That's from wrestling. That's part of a wrestler's
that's,
theme. That's Bobby Roode's
oh,
theme.
that's it.
And the
Bobby.
whole crowd sings it. They sing that song. So I took that little part of it and I don't know, maybe Kenji as a ghost, he has wrestling Data Banks in his mind and he just uses that. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I always thought it was funny.
I don't know. My what do they call it? For inspiration references. No one has noticed my Master Chief reference at all.
Yeah, we did. We talked about it last episode.
No. I never get comments. or anything like that.
Sierra 117.
Chief, what is this?
That was like one of the very first comments. It's like, oh, nice reference. I remember seeing one of the comments.
Yeah.
Swear.
I'm joking. Everybody talks about it.
I didn't sound joking. I think it's an actual genuine concern. Yeah.
All right. So the next question is, as, and not just as creative people, but just in general, what do you do when you find yourself getting frustrated, either in, and this is more like towards script writing, but we can talk about body acting too, but like, what do you do when you get frustrated or like depressed about something? Because I feel like all of us are in that area right now, some way in shape or form with like our stuff currently.
But for me, when I get like down or depressed or anything, sometimes I want to be on my own, doing my own thing. I'm kind of more of an introvert person, so I like to do things on my own anyway. Like I usually just play the games or like chill out, listen to music and stuff, or like.
Did you go watch Star Wars yet?
No, not yet. And the other side, apart from being on my own, doing my own thing, sometimes it's best to talk to other people as well, because venting it out to someone is probably one of the best things you can do. So, for example, like if you like, hit the writer's block, or like you literally can't do anything because of personal issues, then definitely talk to someone to get it sorted out. Because that's always has to come first, no matter what. And there's always someone to help, even if it's professional or to a family member or friends. Oh,
Yeah.
we kind of got Jarvis back.
Yay! Kind of.
Kind
It's
of.
like a picture slideshow. It's like.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree with you. I mean, it's nice to have like someone to talk to.
Yeah. It can
And,
be
like-
like your friend or family or anything. It doesn't have to be like a psychiatrist. I'm not saying you have to be that mental, but talk to someone you trust.
Look at the picture that. Oh, fuck! It went away. It froze
That's all
where he was like.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I think that's like the issue that I've been having, because I have like my best friends who I would normally talk to about things, but I feel like they have so much of their own shit going on that I don't want to like bother them, and also like in my group of friends, I'm the one that like keeps everyone on their feet. And like they have so much crap going on. I do too. I mean, I just moved and
Yeah.
all this shit, but it's like they're very down all the time, and I'm negative by nature. So like it's weird. Like I would normally talk to them, but I don't even want to tell them what's going on. I don't feel like it's gonna help, which is weird. So I've been like trying to like reach out to like other people, and not like just to complain to them about something, but to actually like just talk to them. And I find that they have problems too, so then we talk back and forth, which is nice.
Yeah.
But normally what I try to do is if I have like a writer's block or if I'm frustrated about something, I'll either like try and my go-to is to like lose myself in a good story, whether it's like anime or a video game or a movie or whatever the case is.
Yeah.
Sometimes that that just makes me just not want to get out of my bed, which is a problem. That's what happened this time. Like this month of January, it's like I work, I come home, and I watch anime,
Yeah.
and that's all I was doing. I wasn't doing anything else, and
Most people do that anyway when they're not depressed, so you're not like the only one doing it.
well, yeah, but I have so many other things that I should be doing, and I caught myself like just doing that on a daily basis, and I'm like, God, I'm not. I have this whole list of stuff to do, and I'm not doing them. And that's what I found myself doing. And then Team Titan is kind of like at a complete and utter standstill right now. As far as episode 6, like I've tried so hard, and like so many things have gotten in the way. And like it just got me super depressed because we were like going up and up and up and up, and then now I'm just like at a complete dead stop, and there's nothing that I can do right now to change that. Like I've tried to recruit different people for body acting. I've tried to get my guys together and figure out different ways to make the episode work without having like X amount of people at once, and it's just not. No matter what I do, it's just not working the way I want it to, and I don't want to release it unless it's actually at least close to what I want. So, Splash Army is trying to coordinate with me to help and make episode 6 happen. Hopefully, in February I have a vacation, so we're gonna use that time hopefully to hammer. It's like 6 is like half done. Like it's in my program to cut and edit, and it's like chunks of it are there, and then there's just chunks missing. So yeah, and then like it was funny because I was like driving to work on this past Sunday, and I was just like, why am I so depressed? Because like I have depression, but like it's normally pretty manageable. And then I just realized what it was. Like it was just like I have a saying, and it's not like my saying, but I always say it's the little things, and that goes for good and bad, because like it's the little things like can be good. Like if you're doing little things in a positive way for someone, that builds up, in my opinion, and you remember those things as small as they are. And also in the same token, on the flip side, little negative things can also build up without you realizing, and then kind of sneak up on you, and then just completely. Oh, now Jarvis is gone, and just just completely build up and mess everything up. So that's what happened with me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
So yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I feel like we need to start this all over again. Like fuck.
No, too way down the rabbit hole, mate.
Yeah. So like that's kind of what happened. It was just like I realized that just these little things just kept building up and building up and building up and building up until it got like up here, and it just made a big fucking cloud like over my head, and I didn't realize what was causing it until I thought about it. And like this is the and I've been like this since the New Year's. Actually, since a little bit before the New Year's, I just been like super depressed. I don't want to be at work. My manager's like, "What's wrong with you? You're like not engaging with people." I'm like, "I don't want to be around people. I don't want to be here. I just want to be in my bed, like ignoring everyone." And then Team Titan got me down, so that was one of the things. And then just dating has sucked, and moving and dealing with different things for moving, and dealing with, like I said, my other friends having issues and me having to like lift them up and all this stuff. And after a while, like it just keeps building up and building and building, and then you just like, I don't know, you kind of lose yourself. And that's kind of what happened. And so I'm like focused now to like continue, get Team Titan done, also continue my other projects. And like I've just been leaving projects like unfinished. Like I have a commission I should have done like months ago, and for some reason I just am completely apprehensive to work on it, and I don't know why. Like I should have. I already know what I'm doing. I don't know why. But it's just you can't control that aura of depression around until you figure out what it is, and you can figure out a good way to kind of move past it. So. But so the question was, I've gone on my fucking.
I totally forgot what the question was.
I've gone on a soapbox. This is Destiny Machinima therapy. The question was, Tempest, what do you do when you get frustrated / depressed? Like from writing or just whatever. What do you do?
I go
Xbox. I try and distract myself from what the problem is. And I have the same kind of problem with you where it's like I can't get Rift. The last episode of Rift is like really been bogging me down. I talked to Digital earlier about this, but like I said, there's so much going on, and I can't complete it the way I want to. I can't gather the people together. I can't get the voice actors to cooperate. I can't get the scene to work out exactly how I need it. And so I had to step back away from that because it was stressing me out too much.
Yeah.
A while back, I put out a little PSA update video on how I had to
Yeah, I remember watching
just
that.
stop entirely. And that was a really low point right there because I honestly didn't ever see myself doing that. Ever see myself, okay, I can't do this. But I put Rift on the back burner for right now. And I just decided to focus on From the Ashes. I'm 2 for 2, how I'm doing it, working it out. It's every Monday. And like I said, it's a little hopefully, but like I feel like that is easier for me to do. It's not about easy. It's about
Getting your point
working,
across.
Yeah, getting my point. It's about like I love Rift and I want to finish it. I definitely do, but it's a lot of work to try and get people. I gotta literally drag people onto D1 to get it to work.
Yeah.
And I'm struggling trying to drag people onto D2 to get it to work. And I can't, it's not like I can do it by myself.
Yeah.
So a lot of my frustrations come from other people and their lack of
commitment.
Commitment. And I'm like, well, sometimes like you wanted to do this. You wanted me to make a Machinima. Yeah. You wanted me to continue it. And to have that support system just kind of wane away is really disappointing. But I'm getting through that part. And anyways, Rift will be completed. I'm trying to just put 9 and 10 into one episode. It's just gonna take a lot longer, and so I'm trying to thrusting myself into From the Ashes. And a lot of it's coming from I'm still in college, so college is rough. There are times where I'm just in my bed and I'm like, do I want to go to class today? No.
That's talking about work. But do I want to go to work today? No, but I have a mortgage. Fuck!
Yeah, well, and then
That's life.
I'm about to go to law school and a lot of stuff is happening. So I've decided to slow down, center myself, figure out, okay, who can I actually have to help me on this journey of Machinima, as well as on this journey of life. Cause,
life. Well, my thing is like you gotta surround yourself with positive people.
Yeah.
And that was my problem. Like, while I still have my best friends, I just they have so much shit going on, and I have my own stuff to worry about at this point in my life, and it's like I don't want to ignore them and not talk to them, but I just can't be around them, right? Like I want to, but it's like it's just so much stuff. But and to your point about people committing in Machinima, that's what's going on with Team Titan, and I'm so down on Machinima. I knew that I was really depressed, to be honest with you, and Digital probably laugh at this, but I knew that I really was pissed off about Machinima when Fireteam Weasel, a new episode came out, and I didn't fucking watch it. And I haven't watched From the Ashes at all either. I'm serious. You guys have sent it, and Splash has sent us stuff in the group chat. I haven't watched shit. And, I just don't want to. I'm so, pissed off and upset about Team Titan, kind of just falling through right now that I don't even want to watch Machinima right now. And, that's not how I am. I want to see, everyone's stuff and see what they're doing, but I'm, in a way, I don't want to say I'm jealous, but it's it's oh, well, a new episode of Team Titan came out, and then he's doing From the Ashes, and it's and then Team Titan's just dead over here, just dying a slow death almost. And so it's hard to climb up out from that. And then to your point, you can't do Machinima by yourself. You can't physically do it. It's not like you're animating and you can just take your time and animate everything. You need the other people to go ahead and do their part.
We need cooperation. We need a support system. And it's it's impossible to do it by themselves. So like when we ask for body actors, it's not like, oh, this guy isn't here for today, so let me just get you in. No, it's like for commitment. It's like I need help to create this.
Like all the time.
Don't you want to be on the journey?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
and I've been hoping it's easier if it's on the same platform.
I wish I was on Xbox. If I was on Xbox, we would have gotten this done already.
Yeah, it probably would have been done because I do have people. Don't get it twisted. There are people who help me, like, and I'm grateful for them. But like, if we were all together on one good console or whatever, it'd be so
much easier.
But console wars or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, go back to your point. I'm sorry I interrupted you.
No, that was my point. I was just piggybacking on your point because you made me think of something that I wanted to talk about.
Yeah. I was about to say as well, I know you said like, oh yeah, I'm seeing like Fireteam Weasel from the Ash and stuff, and you're like, oh, it's because like you feel so bad about yourself because Team Time's not out yet or anything, you can't do anything. But that could be the point of where just watching one of them can probably bring the spark back. And basically you could be like, okay, basically there's always a way to get something done. Even if it's like tiny baby steps, one at a time. It's better than just quitting altogether. That's like the worst thing you can do.
Well, yeah.
It's just stop altogether.
It's
I'd
not.
rather have something delayed.
Yeah.
Than just cancelled altogether.
Well, it's not quitting. It's not being physically able to do it.
I don't want to get on to that point because I really want to see the episode. And I'm sure everyone else wants to see episodes as well.
Yeah.
But
and
we realize it's not because you're like lazy or anything. It's just literally because of uncooperation. And I guarantee there's a solution. It'll probably take time, but it's definitely a good solution to get it all sorted. But I think even if, like you said, like your friends, like you feel like you can't talk to them because you think like you might annoy them or something, but they probably thinking the opposite. They're probably thinking like, oh, why hasn't Zeon like messaged me, man? They're like, oh, when are we doing Team Titan? Oh, I hope he hasn't given up, that kind of thing. So they probably thinking that, and you don't know that. I mean, like, just literally, the best thing to do is literally just talk what's wrong. You know, like, hey, I need to talk to you for a minute. You know, we're all adults here. Let me just get like a coffee or something. I need your help and stuff. It's alright if you could do blah 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 and stuff. It just go from there. Like, you know, if it's okay to not be okay. That's the best thing to do. It's nothing to keep into yourself. You don't need a great cloud on your head. You know, you need to let it out, even if it's just talking to someone. I know I'm like Mr. Psychiatrist over here, but
no.
Wait.
On a t-shirt. It's okay to not be okay.
Let me yes, Dr. Curse.
How did that make you feel? That sounds like a villain now.
Dr. Curse.
Dr. Curse.
Laid back on this couch.
But one quick serious note though, to all the other people who are watching us, and it's like
all 10 of you.
All 10 of you, yeah. Who are watching us and it's like, oh, they're human beings too. They're not workaholics. They know what it is to be, you know, just a regular human trying to create stuff. Yeah, we feel your pain if you're trying to create something too, and we understand that, hey, there's a lot of stuff going on in life. Like, life is tough.
Life sucks.
Yeah, and there are solutions to problems like Digital had laid out, and you just need a support system. That's basically all we're saying.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And don't worry, I had problems going through Fireteam Weasel as well. Like, you know, like before Christmas, you know, like I was going through a rough time there as well. But, you know, I kind of like organized myself like, okay, if I just take all these little steps first, I can probably get there in time before Christmas. Because I knew Jarvis wanted to get majority of Rift done before Christmas, but unfortunately that never happened because just bringing personal stuff and work just interfered, wasn't it? And obviously, like, some body actors didn't even turn up. You haven't got a voice actor yet. That's just kind of abandoned you, you know. But, you know, there's always a solution, you know. Like, for example, one of your characters, Arceus, you know, you find a better voice actor. For
Or,
example,
or you kill him. That's the
Or you
solution.
kill 'em off.
or you can kill them off. But
Like, and that's an issue that I'm having. It took me, and I'm not going to mention names, but one of the, I would say, main characters in these last couple of episodes, who is not on Team Titan, he is on another team. So, I mean, that kind of narrows it down. But I was like getting him to do his voice. To get his voice was like pulling teeth. And actually, the only reason why I got his voice, and I can't make this shit up. This is what happened, right? So for like months and months, like he was going through personal problems. Okay, fair enough. But then he'd be like, I really want to do this, but I'm going through this, blah 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 blah. And then like, okay, we're gonna do voice on this day, and then he would never show up. And I text him and I call him and he ignore me, right? And I was like, man, we're never gonna get this done. Like we need his voice. He's like in episode 6, he is like the main part of this episode. So I went to Best Buy to visit my mom, and Marlon was with me. Marlon is one of my best friends that I was telling you guys about. He actually voices Juan the ghost, the Spanish ghost. And we're walking in the Best Buy parking lot, and I've always had a really uncanny ability to like spot people from like in a crowd or like from like a long ass far away. And like we're walking in the parking lot, all of a sudden I saw him, the voice actor. And I yelled, "Motherfucker!" And I ran toward him, and he didn't know what the hell was going on, because he's still like, there was sun in his eye, and he was like, oh my god! And I was like, where have you been? I got him by the shirt, and like, Batman, where have you been? Where's our agent? and I was like, you motherfucker! So
this is still in the middle of the store, right?
no, this is the parking lot
Oh, parking lot.
in
That's
broad
even worse.
daylight, and like we had like a heart to heart. And then finally, like the next day, literally, he got on and we did the voice. And then, but then I needed him also to body act, because he body acts his own character, and that just we got one session done. And ever since then, every time, like I'll ask, how we do that, we ask everyone, what day works for everyone? Okay, great. We pick a day, we pick a time. Everyone agrees, great. Like I'm not the one like, oh, everyone be on it Monday at 8. Like that's not how it goes. Like I ask in the group chat, when are people available? And everyone goes, this day, this day, this day. Okay, everyone's available on this day, it looks like? Yes. Okay, this time? Everyone agrees. Okay, great. And then people just don't show up. And then you text them and you call them, and they don't even answer you. And it's like, and then they'll write to you later and be like, oh, I really want to be in the show. Like, I'm so happy. This is so cool. And I'm like, well, show up. You know? And it's like, and if you have something going on and something happens, and let me know, or else I just think you're ditching me and like you just screwing everyone over. Because like especially Brun and Falcon, because they're two of my best friends in real life too. Like they're pissed, like because they are always. And so like for you guys watching, if you're Team Titan fans, I want you guys to know that Brun and Falcon, the other two main characters, 110% are always on for voice acting, always on for body acting, always read the always watch the rough cuts, read the scripts and everything. They are always into the show. You know, and I can't speak for everyone else that wanted to be in it and now are just kind of flaking for their own reasons, but they've always been there, and they're pretty mad. Well, Brun's really mad. Danny, who's Falcon, he's just kind of like, yeah, it sucks, you know, like he's kind of down on it, and he's just like, but so yeah, so it's just it's been frustrating. I don't want to quit on it, but I've tried so hard to get so many people to help, and it's just not working out. I'm actually literally about to buy a second PS4 just to finish and have like.
I'm planning to make a video soon, because in episode 5 I need a lot of body actors to play with full taken armor. So what I'll do, because I got many fans of Fireteam Weasel on PS4, and they're like, oh, why on Xbox, man? I wish you were on PS4. So I'm gonna like, all right, I'm gonna get your PSN. I'm like, okay, add Zeon Remnants on PSN and help him, because I guarantee there's a lot of missed opportunity there.
Yeah,
they help. We need to get Team Titan alive again.
Yeah, we did. Charge!
Yeah, I also kind of want to get like other creators alive, because like we need to have more of a Destiny community. Right now, their game isn't doing too good, but I feel like
I'm Destinied out, and that's another reason that I'm kind of like bummed out about Team Titan, because I'm like, the only time I play Destiny now is to do Team Titan. And that's on D1. It's not even on D2. So,
yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of what's happening right now, but I feel like if more people could be creative on this game, if it was maybe easier to make stuff that can kind of help it out. I don't know. I don't know what Bungie's doing. It's gonna take a while for them to get back.
Yeah, I felt like
Like-
Bungie's reputation right now, they even to the part now, they even compared to EA now, which is quite shocking.
You know, it's funny that you say that because I'm sitting here writing this.
Wow.
I've been playing more Battlefront than Destiny. I mean, I'm a Star Wars fan anyway, but
Yeah, but I haven't touched Battlefront 2. So
I've been having more fun
playing
playing Battlefront than I am playing Destiny.
paywall thing.
But
Just get on my heavy and just launch grenades at everyone.
Yeah, but like, because what's going on with Bungie now, and obviously, whenever you mention anything about D2, it's always about negative stuff. No one cares about the positive stuff. I feel like the gameplay is a bit better than D1 in terms of like movement and the way you kill enemies and stuff. I felt like they've done a really great job of like how to play a game, because it's always fun to play Destiny. The shooting is phenomenal, music's phenomenal. The story is a bit better than D1. But the only thing they got pretty much wrong was the sandbox, and obviously a bit of a metaverse coming through.
Yeah.
And some people really don't like the Crucible that much, but I don't mind the Crucible.
Well, they're fixing it now. They announced private matches and the 6v6.
that'll help with.
But like again, that's like in a couple of months from now, and I think that might be too late.
Yeah.
But I'm still like Destiny. Like right now, I literally just came back from a raid before this podcast.
I haven't even
So,
done the raid. I've never done the D2 raid. Either one.
It's quite fun
I
though. It's
have-
lore-wise is really good in terms of lore-wise. It's one of the best lore-wise ones they've done. But it's quite the new raid layer one is pretty good as well. So the raid is still great from D2. But some of the other stuff is clearly like, because it was short-timed, clearly it was a bit rushed out and felt watered down. So I think now, even though people are still kind of peed off that, oh, this all stuff should have been on launch, like private matches, 66 and all this kind of stuff. But, I mean, all they needed was time. That was the only thing Bungie needed was time. If they had the time, like if they released D2 in like 2020, it would have been a great game. Like it's kind of great now, but I mean like phenomenal. Would have surpassed D1. But
They could have released it in March and it would have been fine.
yeah, exactly. Like, even in a couple of months. Like,
It's a few months.
but they really like the September updates, and it's like no one cares. Honestly, I'd rather be delayed and be perfect than just rushed out the door. And I think now I found out that they're making Destiny 3. I'm really hoping they use this time to...
Are they working on Destiny 3 already?
yeah, basically, Christopher Barrett and the live team are now on full control D2, like they were with Rise of Iron. And everyone in D, like Luke Smith, Mark Solvey and all that, are now on D3.
That's kind of
so
ridiculous.
I'm really hoping they learn their mistakes from D2 and take their time with D3. Because if they screw up D3, I can guarantee, I'll predict this, in about a year or 2 years after D3's release, it'll be the most disappointing franchise of all time. They don't even care about the good memories we all had from the raids, Galahorn, area exotics we got, making new friends. No, they just care about just Bungie fucking up the game. That's all they...
I'll never forget you guys coming.
exactly.
What was it that they said? Like the greatest loot is the friends you meet.
And the friends you meet.
No, it's just...
Which is funny because we've never actually played Destiny together because we can't, because I'm on PS4 and you cunts are on Xbox.
So to end this podcast or whatever, do we have any lighter subjects so people can be happy on the way out?
Yeah, actually. I was like, we got so off topic, like talking about the...
We're so depressed.
And
No, it's still the Destiny.
I actually wanted to do a podcast episode just talking about just like D2, just whatever,
Yeah.
and then D1 or whatever. So, but we'll kind of have that here, but we'll go more in depth eventually. Okay, yeah. So actually, I did have a question that was like a happier ending to this podcast of being depressed and fucking got 3 Eeyores here. See, well, I bounced back from Eeyore to Tigger like that. You know, I was like, oh, I'm so depressed, and oh my god, it's the greatest thing ever. But so I'm not bipolar or anything. Um, so my question was, what is your favorite part about making your machinima?
That's a good
I
question.
know the answer to my own question, so if you guys want, I'll go first.
Mine is the body acting where one body actor just does something completely random, and it's just everyone just bust out laughing because at this point we've been standing there for like hours just waiting for our gun solo. But like something goes off randomly,
So
and we
annoying,
just
though.
spend like 20 minutes yelling and talking and crashing about that, and it's crazy because recording stuff. There's a lot of bloopers in there that people don't see, and it's hard.
They
I
see
can't
my
like always.
bloopers. I put my
I
bloopers
can
out
always.
there. They're
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah, it's
And actually,
hilarious.
half of our bloopers I don't record because all the bloopers I put on the channel are voice bloopers. But like, there's
Voice
like a bajillion other bloopers while we're body acting, but I don't record our voices in the video because I like having everything separate. So a lot of times, especially when we've been doing the Bannerfall episodes, a lot of our body acting sessions have turned into PvP matches. And like a couple of legit like Team Titan versus Team Merc matches, like where we're all fighting each other in skirmish or something. But and then after a while it's fun, but then I'm like, get back on task. Like, stop it
we
now.
get to work.
Yeah, I'm
We get
like,
to kill each other.
I'm like,
Yeah,
we'll work first, play later. Like we'll kill each other after we finish this scene.
and then that's my favorite part. It's just like just when something completely random happens, we just go crazy over it.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's like, I wish majority of the time when I'm filming as well, but most people are like, oh, I want to go on Crucible, I want to go on Overwatch, can I go home now? It's like, no, stay there and do your thing. But I'm getting paid for, no, I don't care. But
I'm not getting paid either. Especially now, like I need 39 more subscribers to 1,000. Or I'm really not gonna get paid, and I barely get paid as it is. That's another reason I'm like, Team Titan needs to come back now. I need to hit that 1,000 mark, or I ain't getting shit from YouTube.
exactly. But what's it? Oh yeah.
What's
Like,
your favorite
I
thing?
would say my favorite thing is like when the actual video is uploaded, that like first couple of hours when people actually come in the view and like the video and you get the comments in.
Yeah.
That is like a huge great feeling, and you just know you satisfied a bunch of people, even
Yeah.
if it's like 10 or 200 people. You know, that's alone it's worth doing. You know, weeks and weeks of work. You know, getting your body acting together, getting through the stress. You know, having
Yes.
your downtime. As soon as you see the video up online, it just goes away. It just
Yeah.
whooshes as soon as you see people liking the video, because you're never gonna get like, oh, freaking gay, like that. You're just gonna get full
Like, okay,
on positive feedback.
deleted.
Yeah, you get that support, which is real nice. I
Yeah.
love
Exactly, yeah.
it.
It goes back to
People come-
what you guys were all talking about. Like even like as an extended part of your like actual support system, if you have fans of your channel or your show, like that can also be a good support system too, because then at least like you did something and then people like it and you're like, oh, now you feel uplifted because you're like, oh, I made this person's day and everything. You know, we did that when we which I've taken off the channel because the quality was really bad, but we did an interview with Team Titan members, and I read like comments that people left. And
Yeah, I
like,
see that video.
yeah, it was really cool to like actually go ahead and like read through some of our comments, like, you know, people leaving. So
Yeah.
but yeah, I agree with you guys. Like once you start, like I'm one of those guys that like, I don't get upset when I see someone like first, and I'm like, like this guy is so eager to watch this episode that he wanted to let me know. Like, and I think the first time I got that was like on episode 3 or 4, and I was like, I really appreciate that, to be honest with you, that like you're like as soon as you saw the notification, you clicked on the video to watch. I'm like, that's really cool, you know.
Yeah.
My favorite part about making Team Titan is kind of similar to Digital's. Once our episode is like completely done, and before I put it out to the public, I send it to everybody on the team first, and they watch it. I mean, and I always send rough cuts throughout. Like, I'll send rough cut 1. Okay, what do we need to reshoot? Okay, come back. Rough cut 2. Okay, watch it. I'll put it like on a private link, and then, okay, we need to do this, da-da-da. But then when I'm completely satisfied, I send it to them, and they really enjoy it, and you know, they think it's funny or whatever. My point, and I got off topic a little bit. My point is that I enjoy seeing the finished product, because like once everything is done, and like, because when you're editing it, it looks like a big mess. It's like something here, something there. Okay, how do I bridge this? Da, da, da. Okay, sound. Okay, ghost sound effects. Blah blah blah. And then once it's done, you're like, your eyes are, you know, your eyes get really wide. And you're like, oh yes, like this is the big picture. Like now this is something like that. This is a story. This is going somewhere. Like what is it? I don't know where it's from, but it's like YASSS. You know, yes! Like, that's how I feel when I see. Yeah, like that. I can't even do it. See? You're more white than I am. And,
More white. It's okay.
Hello. So, funny thing happened. Zeon fucked up. I was recording this podcast to put it on Digital Curse's YouTube channel, and I didn't realize that my hard drive was running out of memory, so probably about the last 10 minutes or so of this podcast did not get saved, so I apologize for that. I've gone ahead and I've fixed my issue. I just had a lot of videos that I've recorded and things that I had been meaning to work on but haven't had a chance to, clogging up my hard drive, so I moved all that stuff to an external. So, relatively speaking, nothing really important has been cut out of this. Mostly the last 10 minutes was us talking about kind of random stuff and plugging our channels and things like that. So, since I made the mistake, I'm going to do that for everyone now, and I apologize for this, but here we go. Everyone, go ahead and follow Tempest Knights. He makes the machinima called Rift, and also From the Ashes, 2 very story-driven machinimas based in the Destiny universe, and I highly recommend them if you're really into lore and the Destiny world. Go ahead and check them out. Also, subscribe to Digital Curse's channel, who is down here, a little subscribe thingy, because I'm on Digital Curse's channel. I'm invading. What's going on? Subscribe to him if you haven't already, because he makes this machinima called Fireteam Weasel. One of the funniest machinimas I've seen in a long time, and it's one of the things that inspired me to make Team Titan. Definitely go ahead and check him out. He's a really good guy, and his story is really amazing and extremely funny. And lastly, go ahead and follow me, Zeon Remnants, on YouTube. I make the machinima called Team Titan, also based in the Destiny universe, obviously. And it's also a very funny type of show. We're going to get more into some story elements in the next couple episodes if they ever get done. But subscribe for that. I also do props, custom figures, and just random creative shit on my channel. So come check it out, because you never know what's going to be on there. And guys, thank you so much for watching this. This conversation that we had regarding motivation and depression and things like that. Just stuff that everybody goes through, especially when you're trying to create something. You can get, depressed. You can feel like you're not doing enough. Sometimes you get like a writer's block and you're like, I know where I want to go, but how do I get there? And then you just stop. Remember, anything that involves making, creating, writing, directing, acting, whatever it is not easy. And you're going to have hills and bumps along the way. You need to figure out for yourself how you get past those things so you can create and do what it is that you want to do. Having a support system like we talked about in this video is very good. People that you can talk to, people you can trust, people that can help you. Because having someone listen to you, vent, and everything is good, sometimes it's really great to actually have someone actively help and push you and get you past the hurdle that you have currently. So, hey guys, I hope you guys found this video helpful and maybe helpful for you in your own life and things that you're going through. And remember that we're all people. We all go through different things in life, and we all deal with them in different ways. So, if you guys have any questions about anything, if you want to leave a comment about an experience you've had, how you get over lack of motivation, or what you do when you're depressed, or what you do to psych yourself up and get motivated to do something, leave it down in the comments below. All three of us would love to hear it. And until then, next time, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching, and of course, Zeon!